What?
Nobody's allowed to speak.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tampon Talk. We're live. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Okay.
Oh, you're live.
That's good. Yeah. Oh, you get a little notification I'm live. That's so cute.
Turning that on.
All right. So we're just gonna jump right into it. Today's Tampon Talk episode, we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about period products, period stories, and we're also gonna have these two guys wear a pad and. Yeah, let's just jump right into it. So
Sacrificing our bodies for science.
Yeah, this is really important. So what I've done over this past month is order a bunch of periods product samples. It's been really great. So you just talk about it. So Tenna sent the first one. For those who don't know, Tenna is an adult diaper company that's trying to push a period pad line. So some of them were fine, I guess, but these are how big they are. So this is their overnight pad.
Oh my God.
It's bigger than my head.
Seriously, no leak. Probably.
Let me just give you a frame of reference. So these are Rite Aid regular maxi pads. There's your frame of reference.
Wait, this is a pad too?
Yeah, that's a pad. We can
This is the same one folded up.
these are the
Okay,
I think
that's like the package it comes in. Okay.
yeah, so I think this one actually might be a different one. But that's the biggest one. This one is also
Looks like a bed.
I know.
Oh, well, okay, now.
so also very big.
That one's for Christian.
Look, this one has like some nice elastic. So it
Like
doesn't
things
make
like
many
this.
sizes.
So you can breathe.
and then here's the reference
Didn't
for
realize I was
that's a
getting
regular pad. So here's what we got.
Well, I like how it has there's an outline like put vagina here.
Wait, can I see your head?
In case you
please?
get confused.
What?
That's how big.
If you stick it on your face, you die from suffocation.
Is there like a front side?
I don't think it matters on this one.
No, I don't.
This one
Yeah,
looks
this one
like-
obviously has.
Well, no,
Yeah.
so I think this part's straight, so this is where the butt goes, and this is the front.
Okay.
Curved.
Okay.
For your
That makes sense.
Can I see mine?
Curve for your pleasure. I don't know, you guys pick.
I think it's like this.
Yeah. So
Pick
it's like a
which one
seat.
you want.
You can wear whenever you're biking.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Do you know how to do it?
We'll
Oh,
find out.
Okay. Do you want instructions though?
do you?
Wait, so it's sticky?
Justin.
You said it was sticky.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
just stick it up.
On the see how the back
No.
there's this little
This is
peel. So
You put this part on like this?
oh my god.
Hey, I don't know how to use this. Okay.
So she's vagina goes here.
The
You
smaller
feel me?
part goes in front.
Small parts in the front.
Does it stick to your
buttons in
pants?
To your
It sticks to the underwear. That's why there's a stick part on the bottom. Learn something new every day.
Alright.
Okay.
We're doing this.
Doing it.
Okay. Yeah. Go try these on. You're lucky. I wanted someone to shove a tampon up their asshole, but nobody would do it.
God.
I considered it for a moment, but then I thought about how thick they are.
They're not that thick.
Well, they're spin.
Too thick for me.
Yeah,
They
it's
stay in your moisture.
yeah. He's not that adventurous. So.
Oh god.
So yeah.
So see the other products we had. So there's the pads. This was they needed minimal information. It
Wow.
was like an email and an address, and they sent me this whole box of stuff.
Hey, but that's great to
Nice.
know that it's accessible for anybody.
Right.
So,
The other thing I kind of destroyed the box a bit is the Flex. So I gave you guys each one of these.
no, I'm so excited to try it.
So I'm gonna probably make this like a two-part segment and also come back
Okay,
next month
yeah.
to do the same thing. So for everybody playing along at home, this is what it is.
Cool.
It's a disposable Diva cup.
Right.
I think they're called slip cups, but the company changed their angle, so they advertised it for period sex.
Nice.
Oh.
So-
Okay.
Earlier on the show, we decided to have a debate about period sex because I got these products. So I tried it this week. When you take them out, it's like it's an explosion.
Oh.
Cause there's a lot of backup when you pull. So I pulled it out and it was just
With the blood clots?
there was cause I get the little I shed the actual lining so you get the little
yeah.
pieces.
Yeah.
So I got some of that too.
Uh-huh.
So that was great.
Did it spill out whenever you're taking it out?
Yeah, when I go to pull it out, it was blood would burst out. And it like so it did what it was supposed to do. Like it caught some. Well, for the record, I did this on like my heaviest day, and then the next day, which were pretty heavy. But like it caught everything that it was supposed to. But then more blood just got around it, and it just shot out of my body twice in a day.
So over like the course of the 12 hours, though, was it really good about like leak prevention?
It was good for about 2 hours, and then that's when it shot out of me. So I had to use 2 in less than 6 hours.
So was it comfortable?
I didn't feel it when it was in.
Okay.
So it wasn't that bad.
Oh, okay. It felt, I got scared because when I felt it, I don't know, it felt like harder and less flexible from the outside, like in the wrapping, and I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
No, you, it's because you would put it in.
Yeah,
and fold it
like that.
And then you gotta go kind of deep to get in there.
Right.
So you shove the like if you're assuming like you're going this way, the top part has to get shoved under your pubic bone. Mm-hmm. So you really kind of gotta get in there.
My fingers are very long.
So I was still pushing this in. Like I had this whole thing in, and I had like my biggest my middle finger, like all of that in there, and I was like, I don't think I have this much space in here. I have no idea. I could throw my wallet in here. I could steal liquor.
Dude, it's funny. The first time I ever used a Diva cup, because it has it's like kind of suctiony.
Yeah.
And I put it in, and it went, and I just lost it. I was like, oh my god, I don't know if that's supposed to happen.
Oh my god.
And so I was freaking out for a little bit. I did manage to get it out, but it just scared me because it rocketed up.
Did you use it?
I did. I still use it on a
Okay.
regular basis. It's really good. So.
Okay, cool.
Cause I was gonna get one for this too, cause I like that it's so versatile, and you know, you're not spending a ton of money each month because you just have the one thing. Like that's so nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I wondered because I have a lot of friends that use the Diva cups that say that they're really big fans of it. I haven't never heard of the Flexes before though.
Yeah, so I guess it sort of defeats the purpose of a Diva cup because it's disposable. Like you can't reuse it.
Well, exactly, because then it's like, why would I spend more money on a Flex whenever I could just buy a Diva cup or just use regular tampons?
Right. Because
Especially if tampons are less messy.
Right. And just a little side note: the funny thing about these tampons is that I put one in an hour ago, and they're the Rite Aid just regular brand. But I can't really open it with just one hand. But the applicator isn't that great. Yeah. Okay. But they color coded the string for the applicator.
Nice. Wow, if there's one thing I looked for in a period product, it's that.
Color
coordination.
I feel like more energy should have been put towards the applicator being better.
Yeah, because
the string is
it's the worst. Whenever you use it, and then it doesn't come all the way out of the applicator.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay,
you're
stuck. Yeah.
You pull it and you take all of it out.
Yeah, and then you have to do it European style where they just have this part.
Mm-hmm.
I should have brought some of those. I have just some of these whenever I was in Europe this summer. But those are a real pain in the ass.
No
I'll tell you.
applicators?
Yeah, nope. You just
go
straight for it.
Have you all ever heard of tampons with cardboard applicators?
Oh, I hate those.
Okay,
They're the worst.
I've never used one before, but how's it feel?
Are you actually wearing them? Is my question.
Yes.
Are
Do you want to feel?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know.
That's weird. That's
So
coming
how
up
do
my
you
butthole.
You should have them get it wet so they know how it really feels like.
Oh, that's so true.
Or no, just piss in them.
I was trying to convince Christian. I was trying to
Yes,
convince.
please.
I was trying to
It
convince
is
Christian
from an
to pour
adult
fruit punch on.
You could do it.
I fruit punch my fridge. He was like, you should pour it on. And be like,
We should do an experiment and see if it can hold a bladder full of piss. Because those are fucking huge.
I'll take it off and
No,
pee
because
on it.
regular has
And I'm not gonna pee
So I
in my
imagine
pants.
hands.
Just in
I've never
case.
tested
Pretty
it.
much.
If I was peeing my pants, it would be for something else.
You wouldn't pee on a show for me.
No.
Wow, that's
I'll
terrible.
be on a present for you.
Thank you. So you're kind of in the window of what it's like to be a woman. How does it feel?
I feel like it would bug the shit out of me because I'm so not used to it, so I feel like I have to constantly adjust. Because I'm already doing that with my balls every day. So
Is it sticking to your underwear pretty well?
I had to hold the pad and then like hold it under and then pull the underwear up.
And I'm also
once it
I'm
was
also
there,
not
I
wearing.
pat it
Oh,
down.
so you didn't set it on the underwear.
No, I tried to like stick it and then like
Get it to
while I
stick.
was holding it there, like pull my underwear. But I'm also not wearing like briefs or anything. I'm wearing just like regular boxers, so they're not like
got
skin
pictures of
tight.
you, so there's like that
Y'all
area
weren't
to
ready
do
for
it,
this.
No.
but it's just.
Good thing no one went commando.
I
I would
feel
have
like-
Someone should have lent me a thong if I knew this was.
A thong and a pad, perfect combination.
Yes!
Right.
Wow.
Just let it hang out the sides.
So Preston, what's your period story? When did you first start?
Testimonies.
Like how old were you?
Well, it's really embarrassing.
That's your woman.
We're here for
embracing
you.
I was at So I was about 7 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got your
Really
period when you
pretty
were
early.
7.
Yeah, no, it was pretty crazy.
Wow.
So when did you get boobs?
And I was at
We don't rush this.
It's like that episode of House.
I was at church. I had recently converted to Catholicism actually,
Oh, wow.
and
Good for you.
yeah, and so I was getting baptized, and I got, but it was at one of those like kind of like Baptist Catholic churches, you know, those like weird ones, and so they put my whole body in the water, and then when they did, just blood came out. And so they call it
Wow.
an exorcist, and that's my period story.
Wow. Christian,
That's a good one.
What's your story, Christian?
I'm only doing it to feel accepted. I haven't had it yet. So
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Oh my
You
god.
really need to see your
If I
OBGYN.
haven't had it,
Yes!
does that like am I gonna die? I don't know anything about.
I feel like you're just gonna skip the period and go right to menopause.
Like, do you feel hot
Okay.
sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, hot flashes.
Oh god.
What about you, Beth? When did you start your period?
It wasn't really eventful because it wasn't like one of those stories where it's like, I didn't know what a period was and then it happened or whatever. I knew it was gonna happen. I was probably like 14 years old, so kind of like on the older spectrum, I guess. But then it did happen, and I wasn't in any pain or anything. I knew what it was, but I started crying. I don't know why. It just worried me at the moment. And I was like, I shouldn't be crying right now, but I am. So it wasn't even like it was that scary because I knew why it was happening. I was just like, I don't know, it was indescribable.
Oh my god, what about you, Grace?
So I got married I think whenever I was like 12, so that would have put me in like 6th grade versus you being in like what like 8th grade? So I think that 12 was like a pretty normal time for you to start, and I was like anticipating mine for probably like a year. I'd like go to the school nurse. I was like, "Oh, my stomach hurts," and she was like, "Okay, well, do you have any like weird colored discharge and everything?" And I'd be like, I don't know, mate," because I really wanted my period. I didn't want it to hurt like all the things that everybody else said, but I was like, my period's gonna come, and then I'll have boobs, and then like that's just so exciting because that means I'm becoming a woman, and that's what I want. And then so like whenever I got it, I was like, this is not a drill. Because like a couple weeks before, I was riding on my bike. I live in the Midwest, so I was like riding around like on some dirt roads and stuff, and I like accidentally hit my vagina really hard, and I started bleeding, and I was like, this is my period. And that was it. So I was like, wow, this is really painful. Is this what it is? But then a couple weeks later, I got my actual period.
Okay.
And then it didn't hurt and everything, and I was like, this is like super cool. Like I don't get cramps. Like like I never had to take Midol or anything like that. But now sometimes it's like I throw up because I'm in so much pain.
I know.
Which is kind of the worst.
God, they suck.
Do you guys get really good period cramps?
I do.
Oh, bad.
Severely. Like,
Yeah.
I've had to go home from class, like, just horrible. And then, for me, it's like, sort of like a minimal dosage of, like, because I just take ibuprofen, like, one of the pills, like, won't even affect me. And then I take 2, and it knocks me out. Like, I just, just, like, pass out, just fall asleep.
Wow,
For hours.
I take like 4, and it's like sort of numb.
Oh my god.
That's how it was. Like I went to the Grand Canyon one time and I started my period and I was laying in bed and I was like, Mom, can you give me some ibuprofen, please? She's like, oh my god. Wait, okay, sorry. When
Yeah.
did you start your period?
Well.
Have you told this story yet on here?
Have I? I don't think so. Which is really weird. I don't know why.
Wait,
I
give me a camera. When did you have to see you?
Oh, okay. I was also in 6th grade when I got my first period. It was like after a 6th grade dance, and I like came home to a friend's house, like and slept over. I like bled on their carpet like through the night, and like we're still friends to this day. But I like got up real early in the morning and like noticed it, and I just left. I just went, my mom's here, I have to go. Bye.
Was your mom actually there?
No, I like called my mom. I was just like,
Oh no.
and then she came and picked me up from my friend's house, and I just bailed. I'm like, she was, I think, still sleeping, and I just saw her parents downstairs, and like, oh, you have breakfast? I was like, I actually have to go.
Oh my god.
I was like, bye. And my mom and I like went to Walmart after, took a peruse down Walmart, and she was like walking me through the little aisle, and she just like, so we walked past the tampon, she walked past the, all the different products, and she's just like, yeah, you're not gonna need any of those. And she just went right to pads. She's like, you're only gonna need these, and like got them for me. And then she had me go in the bathroom in Walmart and like try to figure out a pad. And I didn't know there was a sticky part on the bottom the first time.
Oh, no.
So I'm sitting in the car, and it's like moving around, and it's like chafing, and I was just like, I hate being a woman. This is the worst. Because she never told me there was a sticky part. And then I figured it out, and then I realized that tampons are way better.
Yeah.
Because my older sister had them, but my mom was like never really like into teaching us about it. It wasn't,
No, mine didn't
was
yeah.
like that too. Yeah.
And it wasn't, I don't think it was like the like you're gonna lose your virginity if you use a tampon thing, but I think it was just she doesn't want to talk to us about how you shove things up there.
Or maybe they just,
Okay, so
I don't know.
awkwardness, I guess.
Yeah, because she never really gave me the talk either. So I
so
figure
it's awkward.
I think it was just sort of like, if we just don't talk to her about it, then she's just not gonna do it.
she'll just figure it out herself.
Yeah, it's fine.
Anyway, be too mortified to
So it was like full circle when my mom came on an episode. I was just like, cool, now we can talk about it. This is great.
Finally.
And the thing with ibuprofen, like this week on my period, on Monday, I had 12 ibuprofens of 200 milligrams, and it didn't do anything. And I was like, how am I not dead?
Jeez.
Did you eat a lot of food?
Anything. I was eating a lot of food. I feel like it's not like I don't think I hydrated enough. Is that a thing? Probably that.
Since ibuprofen's a blood thinner.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
and then I tried doing it the next day, and it still wasn't doing anything. So I started mixing Midol and ibuprofen.
There you go.
It's like, let's just mix it.
It's chemistry.
A little bit of Oxy, some PCP.
Yeah.
Does the trick.
Yeah, so my doctor was like, if your periods cramps are so bad like this, we're gonna prescribe you like a dosage of birth control. And I was like, I was like, eh.
Right.
Like, there's a little more risk there than I would like.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure that out.
Where the Motrin at?
Yeah, where the Motrin at? Yeah, do you guys have any stories about like trying to use any of these products and like it going horribly wrong? Because stuff shoots out of my vagina all the time. Like, it's bad.
I have an update.
Okay.
This is kind
Did
of
you shit yourself?
This is kind of comfortable now. It's like kind of cupping my scroit nicely.
I was gonna ask y'all.
It's a
So
little-
how
I'm
are your
second
dicks
on that.
laying right now?
It feels like I don't have to.
I don't know. It's
adjust.
just kind of like
It's taking care of it for me.
the cushion.
Do you have more of
Like
these?
folded.
It's like a
Huh?
sofa.
You guys
You
could
feel
try
it
like the
under?
regular size.
No, it's not like folded under my butt. It's just like where it is, but just kind of like hanging
Like
there.
scrunched up?
But it's like it's got like a nice pillow. Around
Yeah, it's like a pillow for my genitals. That's what it feels like right now. It's
I
kinda
feel like there's
comfortable.
more going between my butt cheeks though, so it's kind of like a weird bike seat. with a
Nice.
pillow. It's weird to walk on. It's all right to sit on. It's it.
I still
And-
think you should pee in them.
And I still think you guys should shove tampons up your assholes, but
I think so too.
I think that would make great community content. Listen, you could just do applicator. You don't even have to.
It's like, what if you couldn't wipe your ass every time that you shit?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's like, it's gross. There's like buildup. There's, it's like you have to do something with all that.
Right.
Or else it just stays crusted in your.
Sorry, scalp.
Yeah, no, it's gross. It's
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful. Menstruation is a beautiful thing, but dealing with that much blood is a little.
Children are beautiful. The menstruation process is beautiful.
Little side tangent. I freaking hate it when they
Like they make it like it's all flowery and like sunshine and whatever. You're bleeding for your first fucking blood. Like this is fine.
like those, there's like period apps where you can sort of like track your period. Walgreens has like a great one where they treat you like an adult. But the other ones that like the first ones that come up, that's like a flower and then the petal that moves. Oh no. Oh no.
Which I get. They're trying to be like embrace your femininity and your womanhood and like feel great, and you're like.
Cause I'm thinking about flowers when I'm bleeding out of my vagina. Like whatever.
Yeah. I mean, and I think. Like, I didn't think that it was, like, important to start, like, tracking my period until probably, like, a year or two ago. And stuff, like, whenever I was, like, starting to learn more and more about, like, natural family planning. So I'm like, I'm not doing that right now. But eventually, at some point, I'm sure I'm going to want to. And, like, know, like, what's going on. Especially, like, I don't know, I think it's also important, like, whenever you're younger, especially if you're still trying to figure out if you have an irregular period or not.
Yeah.
In a regular cycle. Because I did for a long time. But, like, whenever I started tracking, it became a lot easier and it gave me a lot more... like assurance, because I was like, I don't know if I need to go see a gyno, because sometimes my period's 2 days, sometimes it's 7 days.
Yeah.
Sometimes it comes twice a month, and sometimes it doesn't come at all.
Yes.
But it's like the more that I've like tracked it and be like, this is how I feel today. then the more, I don't know, like peaceful I feel that like, I don't know, like nothing's wrong with my body.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just like one of those weird psychological things that you feel like because you're like actively writing it down or telling someone that everything's better. But
I knew a girl who her period would last 3 weeks out of the month.
3 weeks.
So she would only not be on her period for a week and then would bleed for the other 3.
I don't think that's like healthy.
No, they actually had her on birth control to sort of like regulate that. I think it's better now. It's like a little over a week, but like it's not 3 weeks, but that's nuts to me.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't even imagine.
And it's also, I feel like using birth control is like also so difficult because it's like whenever you do have issues like that with having irregular periods, or like if you're like anemic and you can't afford to lose that blood,
Right.
It's like then like what are your options? Well, like you take birth control, but that's also like really taboo because people are like, oh, well, you're just taking birth control so you can
Because you want to
sex.
have
And you're
sex
like,
all the time.
You're like, why you gotta go soon with stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I feel like that's also something that's difficult, like a difficult choice to make, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Like another added thing
Right.
that women have to deal with their periods.
Any final thoughts, in case we don't get locked out of here?
Oh yeah, that's a main. Oh.
How those pads feeling? Still pillowy?
I barely noticed them.
You should sleep in them. I still think you should pee in them.
Just a little.
To close the episode, just pee a little bit.
On it. No, there is no just a little bit. I can't stop mid-flow.
Okay, it's so big though. It's so big.
I'll hold it
And drip.
I will hold it over the toilet
And pee on it.
pee.
You can hold it for him.
And I will tell you how much it absorbs.
Okay.
Can you do a follow-up photo?
Oh, I could. Yeah,
I
I
have
could.
to save it too?
You can have it.
Oh my god, I think that means you guys are cycle sisters.
We've always known that since we knew each other.
Hey, are you guys both on your periods right now?
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No. No, but I usually tend to run the alpha period though. People, like all my roommates got onto mine immediately once I showed up here. And in high school I set off the whole softball team and I did play softball. So that's she's a fickle mistress. Anyway, we should probably close. I am a bit over time, but that's okay. It happened already. And we're good. Final thoughts. Everybody's good. Everybody's happy.
We're good.
Thanks
All
for
right.
watching.
Yeah, thanks
thank
for
you.
watching. This is probably the last episode of this month. Tune in for the Tampon Talk featurette featuring that guy. That's gonna be really great. I'm really excited for that. Yeah, tune in next month. Keep on bleeding. Yeah.
My name's Grace, by the way.
Her name's
I
Grace.
introduce myself.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Beth.
And then Beth, and then
Christian.
Yep, and then
Do you know me?
yep. Yeah. All right. I'll do a tune to the pad. I forgot to be nice. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Adios.